Danny with MMASSmedia. I'm here with Wyatt of Midtown MMA out of Eugene. And Corey's getting ready to train, or he's getting ready to fight on August 27th for Cage on the Coast 5. His opponent's going to be John Bartlett. Corey, you and John, you guys have faced each other before, not too long ago, so this is a rematch for you. Can you tell us a little bit about your first meeting with John?
Yeah, my first meeting was rather interesting. We fought back in Boulder, I believe it was. And it was a 3-round fight, going to decision. And it was a very tough wrestling match. I didn't really get a chance to really showcase my stand-up, but he's an awesome wrestler, awesome jiu-jitsu practitioner, and he obviously trains hard, he fights hard, so it was a great fight either way, but I felt I could have done much better. And then since then, one of my primary goals was to work on my wrestling, because he got a few takedowns on me, and that's something I've really focused on, and I think I finally, made a few notches on my bedpost, and I feel my wrestling has really clicked. And I went and my only 2 losses are in the FCFF competition, and they're against wrestlers. John Bartlett was a good wrestler, and that third one was a charm. My wrestling, I feel, finally clicked. I went down to Reno about a month after that, and I beat the 6th ranked fighter in the nation for the FCFF Middleweight Amateur. And he was a wrestler. I pulled off a win in the 3rd round. It gave me really good confidence, and I feel like my wrestling now is just really clicking to go in conjunction with my stand-up, so I'm feeling pretty good right now.
That's awesome. Now, when you faced John Bartlett the first time, if I remember correctly, you were sick for that fight and almost didn't take it, but you basically went through with it anyhow. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. I've come to learn that, winning in the cage or a good performance in the cage doesn't necessarily determine the good fight. The good fighter is also determined by his training and how he takes care of his body. And I went through my first episode of overtraining and weakening my immune system, so I wasn't replenishing my vitamins. I was going like 15, 20 Shark Tank rounds a night consecutive without slowing down. It wore down my body. I ended up being sick for like 3 weeks after that fight, and I finally ran 103-degree fever the night before the fight. So I wasn't feeling up to par. I felt pretty lethargic, but don't take anything away from Bartlett. Bartlett was no one's ever sunk in that many guillotines or rear naked chokes on me in one fight. I felt like I had whiplash from every direction the following week. But yeah, I was a little out of sorts, and that made John Bartlett the better fighter as well, because he was training right in the gym. He kept his body healthy, and that's half the battle, keeping your body healthy to make it to your fight, to be able to fight healthy. And this time, I got nutrition, a new nutritionist, I have physicians, and I have all kinds of people that help me contort my diet to more of a fighter diet, and I do most of my weight cut by diets now instead of water weight. Just feel really good walking through fights now, not underplenished or dehydrated.
John Bartlett is a really tough competitor. We've seen him fight since then. He fought a couple times since then. I don't think either of them lost a fight since that bout. What is your strategy going in? Are you going to try to keep it standing, or are you going to, if it goes to the ground, be comfortable with that?
Well, ultimately, I'd love to showcase my takedown defense now and my striking ability, which no one really saw that last fight. But also, I wouldn't want to shy away from the ground to think that I'm not prepared to go to the ground with him this time, because I am, and it would be fun. And the fans love the up and down game where it's traversed from the stand up to the ground to the stand up. But of course, I want to be action packed, fast, not just ground, not just stand up, a little bit of everything, and constantly mix it up, because it is a fan sport, and I'm a performer just like everybody else.
Now, you mentioned that you paid a lot closer attention to your nutrition and to your training. Can you tell us what you've done differently and how that change came about?
Well, first off was I take a ton of vitamins and pills these days, whether it's vitamin C's, vitamin D's, lega plexus, flaxseed oils. I mean, I take it all daily after training sessions, because when you're going training for 3 to 5 hours straight, you are cycling a lot of that out of your body, so you need to replenish it. And then, of course, about 3 weeks before every fight now, I start my diet where I get rid of all unnatural sugars, all processed foods. I eliminate carbohydrated drinks, and I pretty much especially fight week, red meats, because red meats don't really totally digest in your system, and it can really not shed as much weight as quickly as you want to. So I pretty much stick to like chicken breast, vegetables, and red potatoes, sweet potatoes and stuff. So. it's a pretty boring diet, but if you want to be a performer, that's what you got to do.
I could learn something from that, but we'll leave that alone for now. Can you tell me what's the outcome of this fight? What's your prediction? How's it going to go?
My prediction is going to be a great fight, much better than the first. I suspect that John Bartlett is much better himself after, you know, he's had 3 fights since then. He hasn't lost either, and I expect, you know, as each fight goes by, he strikes me as the fighter that's going to learn a lot from every fight that he fights and get phenomenally better. So I expect a different opponent than the one I saw before. So I can honestly say I believe it's going to be another battle. But of course, I believe it's going to go my way because I'm prejudiced like that. It's going to be a great fight, and hopefully we're going to give fans everything they want to see and just give an all-around battle and showcase both of some of our new moves and just have fun.
Well, we'd like to thank you for giving us the interview. We wish you the best of luck in that bout. We can't wait to cover it.
All right, thanks, sir.
Hey, to everybody out there who's watching this video, don't miss this fight. This is going to be an epic battle. It's a rematch. It was a really close fight. I saw the last fight, and from my perspective, it was really close. From a guy that doesn't know everything about things, I thought it could have went either way. John Bartlett's a tough competitor. Corey Wyatt's a very tough competitor. This is going to be a huge fight. Don't miss it.